Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Wednesday for our lessons, and we have several things to do today as usual. It's the same order. We have the bell work, Worldwide Wednesday. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? And you have today's reading, which is battery power. And then you have the Nearpod student pace battery powered. Then we have to listen to the lesson today, which is what you're listening to. And then you have the we do. Reread the steps to make and test the battery. Why is it important to follow the steps in order? What would happen if you didn't? Or if you use a different materials. And then at the bottom you have a quiz. After that, then your Wednesday is done. So let's continue, shall we? So just recap. Here is our LEQ one more time. How do I explain the relationship, which can be problem and solution or cause and effect, or interactions between events or ideas within the scientific or technical text. So remember, our scientific is our nonfiction science, and we're studying about the batteries this week. And technical is also the how-to, like how to make something, like how to turn on your cell phone, how to bake a cake. And remember that relationships are like our problem, solution, and cause and effect. And events are things that can happen. Key details are important things that happen within the text. Okay, and also on our other chart over here, see if I can get it right. There we go. First we have read is what we're going to do together. Ask yourself, what kind of relationships do you see between one event and another? So we have cause and effect, and how does understanding one event help you understand another event? Okay, so we're going to be looking at our text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up our today's reading. I'm going to bring this up, and then I'm just going to read through it, and then you're going to mark up the text on your own because it's doing better that way. And so let's see what we have. Battery powered. Okay, just to recap and remember again that you're probably already familiar with cause and effect and contrast relationships. And there are other types of relationships too, like steps in a process or a problem and solution. When we think about relationships in a text, we think about how one or two details are connected. Okay, so remember that there's an important difference between scientific text and technical text. A scientific text teaches you facts and ideas about our natural world. And a technical text is a set of instructions that teaches you how something works or how to use or make or do something. All right, so today our text is, we're going to read this technical text. So remember, that's like a set of directions or instructions. And we're going to read to understand what this text is all about. Okay, so let's look at this right now. When we start at the beginning, this experiment tells how to make a battery similar to one Alessandro Volta made. This chemical reaction of salt and vinegar and the presence of copper and zinc make electricity flow through a wire. By Gail Gibson and Fun for Science Experiments. All right, so when you're by yourself, you're going to be underlining the title, remember, and circling the numbers of the paragraphs. So number 1, find 12 copper, zinc, and find 12 copper coins and zinc washers of a similar size. They will need to be stacked and cut out 12 same-size circles of blotting paper. Now, blotting paper is, it looks just like, almost like a tissue paper, and it can absorb liquid a little better. Like almost notebook paper can work. It says next, number 2, pour vinegar into a glass with a tablespoon of salt. Soak each piece of blotting paper in the mixture, stack a coin, then a washer on a piece of paper, finish with the washer. All right, so in this little paragraph right here, it's telling us to pour. It's telling us to stack, and then it's telling you to put things together with the word then, and then it says the word finish. Those are our sequence steps, and they're told in order of how those events happen in that paragraph. Number 3, take 6.5 feet of thin plastic-coated copper wire. Coil it tightly around an iron nail as many times as you can. So they right there, I see the visual of it, and this is what another visual of it. And it tells you exactly to do something. So it's saying, take it and coil it. And so coil, we know is wrap it really tightly. Number 4, attach one end of the copper wire to the bottom coin and the other to the top. Okay, so we understand this telling us to attach. Number 5, it says test. So test your battery by bringing the nail close to a small compass, and the nail should make the compass needle swing. So it's talking here as a scientific word, compass, and it's telling you to test and to bring the nail close. And then it's telling you what it should do. The nail should make the compass needle swing. And then this actually has a heading for us, why it works. Number 6 is paragraph. The salt and vinegar start a chemical reaction. Okay? Negatively charged particles flow through the coins to the washers and around the wire coil back to the battery. The scientific current creates a magnetic field that affects the compass needle. All right, so on the next part is that you're going to be doing, and then that short response is going to be done too. So let's go back here and let me recap again. So remember that we're talking about relationships and interaction between the ideas or events within a scientific or technical text. Remember, this is our technical text, and we found out that this technical text summarized an experiment and explained how the experiment went. So the purpose was to create a working battery, and it is successful because the battery caused the needle of the compass to move. So the author organizes this text. He listed in instructions in a sequence, beginning with the first step in the process and ending with the last step in the process. Okay? So I want you to remember that today's technical text is what you need to read, and when you're done with this, then go in and complete the other assignments for today. Okay, and I'll see you tomorrow.